Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Chris with the C. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining today, guys. Here with Robbie from Tenby. Today is a bit of a special day for us, isn't it? Really special day. So quick backlog about this. Rob lost his father about 3 years ago. Amongst many things, he was into his RCs and stuff as well.
Yeah, his helicopters.
And so we've planned this trip now for probably
nearly a year.
Yeah,
nearly a year. Yeah.
So many of you guys probably know Robbie is, well, head honcho really with Tenby RC, along with his Anthony and who else? I'm trying to think. Terry as well, his brother.
The main ones.
And obviously, me and Rob have become really good friends, and basically we're off to go pick up our dream trucks. That's the idea, isn't it? Yep. And it's something that Rob wanted to do, obviously, because of, well, your dad would have wanted.
My dad is the last thing.
Yeah. So it's a really kind of moving thing that we're kind of doing for Rob as well. And on top of which, it also, Max, we're going to go see the guys at Wheelspin as well. So there's another opportunity, obviously, as well. And we've been talking about this for a little while, but your dad would have loved this, wouldn't he?
He'd have been all over it.
Yeah. So guys, I'm not going to cut the chit chat too much. We're going to basically, this is going to be more of a vlog style. We'll be going up to meet the guys in Wheelspin. We'll also meet up with Gareth Manning and Martin from Pantside. And then obviously me and Rob are going to have a little wander around the shop. We're going to have a little look, talk to the staff. I'll show you a bit behind the scenes with Wheelspin. Get to meet Simon and all the guys up there, and then we'll be picking up our
toys.
It's been a long time coming, honestly. I'm so glad that I can do this with Rob, because I know it means so much to him as well.
It does.
And thank you for everything. Like,
it's going to be a long weekend.
It is going to be a long weekend. We'll also have a pint, and he might even speak to us after we've had a pint as well. I don't know. Right, catch you in a bit, guys. See you in a bit. Ta-da. Right, guys. So just landed at our hotel for the night. We're going to head over. There's a pub across the road. We're going to go and have something to eat and a couple of beers. Robbie's in his room. I've got my little hotel room. So yeah, absolutely shattered because it was a bit of a drive, and obviously I've been working today. Really excited for tomorrow. Really excited. But plan is now is obviously to get my head down, have a bit of a rest, have a couple of beers, something to eat, and just chill out. And then obviously we got, I think it's an hour's drive tomorrow to get up to Wheelspin, go and see Simon and the guys. So yeah, excited. Right, I'll see you in a second. Right guys, welcome back. As you can see, we're outside Travel Lodge. We're just about to hit the car. It is, what time are we on? 7:05 in the morning. So yeah, it's going to be interesting this. Off up to Cannock, let's see the guys at Wheelspin. You excited, Rob?
Yeah, just a bit.
Come on, let's go. Right, so just pulled up at Mackey's. all important breakfast before we hit the road. We've got 47 minutes apparently, that's according to the sat nav, isn't it, Rob? 47
minutes,
31 miles. We're going to get a McDonald's brekkie down us. Rob's going to have a nice cuppa.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Too early for 30.
See you in a sec. Time. Hi guys, so me and Rob have turned up now. We're at Wheelspin. No one about, as you can see. Car park's empty. It's really early, mind, to be fair. It's about 8:15 here. A little bit tired, but very excited. It's like RC Christmas, going in to see the guys, seeing all the stock, meeting some people, seeing the cars and all that business. Yeah, love it, absolutely love it. I really hope you're enjoying obviously this video. It's something a little bit different. And I'm glad I can document this journey with Rob as well. I think his old man would absolutely have loved this as well. But yeah, Wheelspin models. We've travelled far. Let's go see it. Come on then. Right, so Gareth and Martin, we've finally turned up. How was the journey? How was the journey, boys?
Not too bad, pretty good.
Yeah.
Didn't shout at anyone much.
But we know that's a lie. We know that is a lie. Gareth told me.
There was one.
So, what are you picking up today, yeah?
Oh, Max Slash for me.
Martin?
Hippo roller.
Robbie? We're not allowed to say yet.
Bank account.
Right, we'll have a little wander into the shop now and go from there. I'll see you in a second. Right guys, so we're in now. I'm with David. David, do you just want to explain to them what your role is within the business?
Yeah, I'm marketing manager of the shop and the track, which is being launched shortly. And I've not been here long, and so I've been getting my feet under the table as well, learning all about the cars, because cars isn't my background. I think I told you, Chris.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm actually a flyer at heart, so yeah, we have got some aeroplanes. But it's been fascinating getting under the skin of the company, finding out what it's about, and finding out how enthusiastic all the guys actually are here. There is so much experience in the company. We've got people that really do love this hobby.
And from what you were telling me as well, it's a wide range of sort of aspects of the hobby as well. It's not just sort of racing or bashing, it's crawling, it's everything.
It's everything that we've got here. We've got certainly drifting is a big thing here as well, because some of the guys are really into drift. Even down to finishing the models, custom paint jobs, that type of thing, or tuning the cars. The guys know an awful lot about tuning and how to finish the cars, and if you need anything to enhance it, build it, or even any advice on what you're going to use it for, then it's just brilliant to ask all the staff here.
And how long has Wheelspin been going for?
Here or in general?
In general.
It's actually been going for now since about 2010, I think it is. I'd have to ask Ben the exact details, but it's well established. Yeah. So it's not like it's just appeared.
Yeah.
The other thing is, there's a big investment in physical premises, physical stock, as you'll see from the warehouse. So we're not just a website.
Yeah, and this is what a lot of, even from myself, my perspective, till I started talking to you guys, a lot of people in the hobby will find it hard understanding. You look at a website and you just think, okay, website.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great big warehouse somewhere, and that's all you're going to get. But it's clearly not the case with you guys. I mean, just walking in here straight away, I felt settled, you know, and I think that is something that's missing from the hobby.
Yeah.
Is that personal aspect that you can walk up to a counter and speak to someone and get the right information rather than being misled, I find sometimes, by part numbers on websites and stuff like that.
And we have such a good relationship with the manufacturers, even if we don't know everything, and especially with new models and things coming out all the time.
Yeah.
But we know who to ask. And also with the experience of what's happening with our customers, you know, these things aren't indestructible, so you can break them, regardless how tough
trust
they
me.
are. Yeah, but the good thing is the staff get to know what breaks, what's good, and what spares that we need to keep. So that's what we try and do for people.
So going forward for Wheelspin, what kind of aspirations have the company got? What would they like to see happening?
Well, one of the things, we put a big investment into a new indoor track because there's a facility around here that isn't available in terms of 1/10 buggy racing.
Right, okay.
So we've got an indoor track.
Carpet track.
Carpet track,
yeah.
So it's a full racing carpet track. Might give you a sneak preview shortly.
That'd be good, that'd be good.
But the thing about it is we want to drive the hobby into hobbyists and get youngsters into the hobby. That's one of the main key things for the business, is to drive more people into it.
And the funny thing is the same from my point of view, from the social media aspect side of things. That's what I'm trying to reinforce, is it's all well and good the older guys, like I would class myself as an older guy now.
Yeah.
Well, I've got grey on my chin.
Me too, a lot older than you, Chris.
But I mean, at some point, and as I mentioned to you, you had when I raced, you had that old grey owl that sat in the corner that fed the information to the youngsters.
Yes.
And just the hobby in general needs that, I think. People always say to me, right, what should I go for first? And literally, you need to speak to people on ground floor, get information, and let them ask you the question. Because you may walk into somewhere like you and spot something and think, oh, I don't know, for instance, one of them. Oh, look at that, I want one of those.
Yeah.
And that's not essentially going to be the best car for you. It could be that you've only got flat tarmac outside and... Yeah.
And this is what happens. We get people coming in here and they'll like the look of a drift car. And they'll want to buy that, but then you ask them what they want to do and they want to run it off-road. And let's look at that.
Yeah, sure.
And the other thing is, again, into the budget stuff, some people may want to buy a 20, 30 pound car, but then they're going to run it or treat it so badly that it's going to last them 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and then if they just go up, up hopefully a little bit more in their budget, then they'll be able to get something that's going to last them. Because what you don't want to do is give them disappointment where they run it, it breaks, they get disappointed and they leave the hobby.
And the one thing I did like for you guys as well is your open days. That's something I wanted to talk about, because a few times I've seen, for example, there was a Traxxas open day recently, and from someone, Joe Public, coming down to have a look, it gives you a good idea, and the fact that you guys are actually holding those events, that is essential, I think, for bringing people in, especially from our point of view. It's all well and good watching a bunch of guys jumping them 40 foot in the air in a off-road area, but then if they get a chance to see the cars physically, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
And we put a lot of effort into those open days. So because it takes so much resource, we can only maybe do one a year. So what we look at, and we normally ask on our Facebook group, is what open day would you like to see next? Type of thing. So we've got the track all coming up, and we've got a race series going on there. We might have some open days based around that coming next year, but we'll have to see what the public want.
Good. Right, thank you very much for having a chat. I'm
you're
sure
most
we'll
welcome.
have more chat as we're going around. What I'm going to do now is just show the guys some of the stock, and then we'll go to meet some of the guys behind.
Yep.
If that's okay with you.
That's great.
Lovely.
Yeah,
thank you very much. I absolutely love the colour of this one. Absolutely love the Central. Do love that handicap. Oh, is he? Tell him. Tell him. From here. Yeah. If we can fit them all in. If we can fit them all in. See, I would just be happy not just to have one of these on a shelf. Nice.
The full check drift.
Yeah.
I was looking at them the
And
other
then this is the one that caught my eye. I mean, I like them both, but Rocket Bunny, I'm Subaru owner up until like a year ago, maybe a bit longer actually, year and a half, and I love Japanese cars. Castle Coombe used to do all Jap Fest and everything else, and loved it. And it was, but it's very Mad Mike kind of looking in it. It's inspired.
Yeah, it was inspired by that, and you know, it was inspired by that, and then I've put my own twist on it. So like, Mad Mike won't have these like.
Yes.
sort of like these are actually just a maze that you find in like a kids child.
Oh right, yeah.
It looks like a bit of a segment of a barcode.
Yeah, they're basically like a child's maze that like you just draw one line to the other and find the way through it. And obviously I've just cut it out and then cut sections of it off and used it.
And how long did it take you to do this one?
This one is around about probably, honestly, about 3 weeks start to finish.
And then this one?
This one's had a lot longer spent on it because I just don't have as much time of an evening anymore. So it's only like 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, sort of thing. So this is about 8 weeks at the minute, but it's nearly done. It's not quite got demask yet, and it's not got the black outlines around the windows yet, which hide a lot of the edges and stuff like that.
Beautiful though. Guys, if you're wondering who we're talking to, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Simon. I'm the store manager at Wheelspin Models. I've been here longer than I care to remember. I've been here about 16 years and started off when I was a young lad with normal hair, and now it's grey.
That's like all of us.
Yeah, been into the hobby, as you can see, for a long time. These are my own personal cars, trucks.
So your interest in hobby-wise is what, drifting or?
My main interest has always been sort of 1/10 drifting from when it started off being a 50/50 car in a car park to now there's specific chassis and specific pubs out there. And then I moved along. I'm very much into painting and building, so I moved on to the trucks because you can do a lot with those. And then the honest answer is they sit on the shelf on display here. They don't really go anywhere. They've been to a couple of shows and that's about it. And I'm currently building another one at the moment. And I've done.
So what platform are these based on?
These are the Tamiya 1/14 scale trucks.
Yeah.
So they're both based on a Scania 770. This one is pretty much as it comes out of the box, apart from the paintwork. This one is heavily modified. As you can see, it's only got one axle at the back. It's been shortened and it's lost an axle, and it's got lots of optional bits on here that aren't on this one. And
was there a reason between shortening that chassis? Or
it's a replica of a real truck. So there's a real truck out there with that artwork on it, and it's pretty much a real replica. So
you've based it on. I've got you.
I'll see if I can find you the actual photo.
And how long have you been with Wheelspin?
About 16 years.
16 years.
So a long time.
Long
time.
Yeah. So did you start as a store manager or?
No, just general sales and built up. I think it's just
sorry.
Started as general sales and built up. When I started here though, there was me and one other person. That was it. And we've expanded a lot since then, and we've got a lot bigger since then.
It's surprising because I mean what a lot of people see is essentially a shop front, but what they don't realise is
there's a huge warehouse out back there, and we've spent the last year building a massive racetrack upstairs. So we're always expanding, we're always busy doing something. There's a lot of stuff that people don't see, and we'll show you that in a minute.
Brilliant.
There is an Amazon type warehouse out the back.
But it makes it easy for obviously people at home purchasing.
So when I say Amazon type warehouse, every specific part's got a specific location. We use scanners to scan barcodes to put stuff away, to pick orders. So you can't pick the wrong part effectively, and so you can't. It's very difficult to send the wrong part out to a customer, and it's very difficult to miss a part.
Which also, from a business perspective, also saves on man hours for you guys.
Definitely. And that's all come in time. I mean, I remember when I first started, you were reading off a piece of paper, and you were looking through a box to try and find a specific part number. So things have moved on massively. The honest answer is COVID made a lot of the changes come through very quickly. We had to streamline the processes quite a lot. And since then we're very
I always wondered actually from that point of view, where you said about COVID though, I mean, was it busy? People were sat at home.
People were sat at home obviously with nothing to do with their time apart from hobbies. So it got very busy. Now, yes, did they buy RC cars? No. It was more stuff that you can do indoors, so building
models, stuff like that.
Stuff like the build it yourself models, paints, that sort of thing. And then yes, there was the RC related stuff as well.
And it's funny, see, because that's when I got back into the hobby. Because I do quick, not to sidetrack it too much, was I was working for a company called Stagecoach. Stagecoach all over the country, and because we weren't allowed to talk to people, basically I was kind of at a point where just sat at home doing nothing. My wife was in work in the day because she was a hairdresser. Apparently it was okay to have your hair done, but there you go, that's another story. But that's when I got back into the hobby, and
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah.
I do think a lot of people found that a use for their time was doing a hobby.
Yeah.
And it was definitely...
It made you realise, actually, enjoy the time you do have, I suppose.
Definitely.
So, plans for this now, for instance, in example?
So this will just be finished off. So you've got there's still a couple of logos here that will get the same trim as this logo here.
And these are all none of these are decals.
None of these are decals. It is all paint. So if I effectively just try and lift the film a little bit on this one, you've still got the overspray film on it.
Oh well.
It is all.
Oh, I love the sort of pearlescent in that.
Yep. So it's got like a little fade of pink across the bottom of the chrome, but there's no edges on it. You can't peel them off. There's no decals on them. It is all painted.
It's beautiful, lovely. Well, thank you very much, Simon. We'll have a little wander around the shop in a moment, but I appreciate you talking to me.
Yeah, that's not.
I know you guys are busy, but
I'll like I say, when you're ready, we'll give you a little tour of the warehouse and show you what we do.
Guys, and at home, obviously, these guys, if you're going to place an order and you have any questions, they are human beings and not just, as you can see, like some play. Well, no,
we are very into the hobby. So I've been into the hobby since I was 12 years old. And my hobby became my job. Not always the best thing in the world, because you tend to spend less time doing your hobby. But because we've all been into it for a long time, we do very much know quite a lot of stuff. Like in my time, I've done 1/10 touring car racing, 1/10 nitro racing, 1/8 nitro racing, drifting, the trucks. So we've spent a lot of time going around the RC industry and done a lot of individual things. Plus I've done bashing around the field and stuff like that. So, we're very much versed in a lot of stuff.
So you're actually going to get a chance to speak to someone who knows what they're talking about, rather than...
I wouldn't say we know everything. We're always learning.
No, but then that's the hobby for you, really.
Yeah. There's always new stuff out there, and we're always learning. But we do have a vast knowledge of stuff that we've done in the past, and that goes the same for all of the staff.
All the team, as you can see.
We are sat at computers, which is unlike any other model shop that you'll see. So these guys are always here answering emails. We answer every email that comes through before we go home normally. Facebook messages, WhatsApp messages. We are permanently sat at a desk next to a phone, so if the phone rings, it's answered. It's very different to what most people think is a model.
Sorry about that, guys. Camera cut out. Sorry, Simon, you were saying?
That's all right. So as I was saying, a lot of people's idea of a model shop is still the old school model shop that you walk in and there's a guy literally waiting at the counter to serve the people that are walking in. We're very different to that. We're very sort of like tech, so you won't find this in any other model shop. We literally sit at the desks all day, answering emails, WhatsApps, Facebook messages, and obviously the phones are there as well. So we're always...
And that's important though, because the funny thing is, from a YouTube channel, I actually get questions all the time, and people just assume that you're going to be there to speak to them. But obviously, like you're saying, social media is never going to go away now.
No, it's always there, and we're always here to help. Now, I'm not saying that we're, like for instance, we stood here chatting and serving customers now on a Saturday, so we might not always be at the desk, but we are here and we do have computers and we're always answering emails and stuff like that. So very different from the conventional shop that most people remember 10 years ago, where there's one man stood at the counter waiting to serve you as you walk in. But there's 8 staff here, which is quite a lot for a model shop as well.
Yes, definitely.
Not including picking and packing staff and stuff like that. That is just 8 salespeople.
Oh, right. It is a fair bit, actually. So in total, we'll spend employees roughly...
Not Not many more than that. I think we're at 12.
12 in total.
12 in total. So we've got a picking and packing staff, mechanic, and sorry, not including David as well. So we've got a marketing guy as well.
Yeah.
But, he tends to work from home a lot of the time. So we've got 13.
Lovely.
So and we've just put some job applications on Indeed as well for staff for the track upstairs.
I did see that actually. Yeah.
So there will be more staff involved as well.
So guys, if you're aspiring to work at a racetrack, get in contact with Wheelspin.
If you go on Indeed, and search for Wheelspin models, they're on there, and they will be on there until the end of December, I think.
There you go. So you could be working here at the racetrack. Thank you very much, Simon. Pleasure speaking to you. I'm sure we'll have a chat again later. But guys, that was Simon, store manager at Wheelspin.
Thank you.
I'm going to know. This is RB10. Pete Wiley, this one's for you. Son of a digger. Marty's favourite, DR8. Yeah, that's what I meant to look like. We've got the Sen Racing Puma, lovely looking rally car this. I believe that's a Rustler. The XL actually, just have a look underneath. Got the disruptor boat. What boat?
Because of all the flooding getting Tenby.
Yeah.
I've thought about this a few times.
Getting yourself a boat. Lovely looking paint scheme though.
Yeah, it's nice.
What are you having, Gav?
And I'm going home with nothing.
I will say though that
is this body? The body ain't on right. I was going to say.
And then obviously you got the Max, the Ultimate. Yeah.
Pretty much.
I think the main difference between them is obviously bulkheads are slightly taller for a start, and then you've got the chassis is different. But other than that, I think a lot of it. Oh, and the arms are smaller. Yeah, shorter arms. My favourite tyres these though. I really like these. There's so much grip off those. Alright. Stop out of the way.
The reason they're not out is because they're very similar. So it's the same chassis. You've got a lower shock
suspension, and
so you've got a lower shock tower on it, and the motor has got two fans on it and your body shell has got like some vents.
the other they got the V thing on the other one.
Yeah, and your body shell's got some vents in it to let air flow through and stuff like that. But effectively, it's just slightly lower suspension, and so the shock towers are a lot lower in the chassis.
The good thing is, I don't know if you've seen some of the areas we run at. We basically live on old coal tips.
Yep.
So something like this. I mean, old Dusty, what's it like, Gaff? Horrendous, isn't it? We can literally be doing 60-mile-an-hour along straight, and you'll clip what is a little piece of shale on the floor, and all hell breaks loose.
So this is the ultimate one, which I believe you've got on your which obviously has all the aluminium.
They don't know yet. No, that's fine.
So obviously, as you can see from this one, so you've got aluminium hubs. So you've got aluminium steering plus aluminium hubs. aluminium tie rods, diff cover.
Yeah.
Servo saver and
Bell crank. Yeah.
Rear cover here is blue aluminium, motor mounts blue aluminium, rear diff cover, rear hubs, and your rear wheelie bar.
They did put a fair amount of upgrades onto it though, didn't they?
And the shock caps as well. So your shock caps on a normal one are black plastic, whereas on here they're aluminium shock caps as well.
Yeah. Hardened gears as well.
Hardened gears inside, and you've also got the belted tyres on it.
Yes. So the sledgehammers, which are, to be honest with you, I didn't realise the actual size of them. They're massive. It's only when you actually see it in person you think, my wife's going to love this.
and then you've got a slightly different paint design on the body shell compared to a standard one as well.
Beautiful.
You've delivered it to my house already. The bloke's picked it up, it's being sprayed as we speak.
And then I believe Gareth is getting his Max Slash.
Yeah, Max Slash.
I got to say, Gareth, the colour is absolutely beautiful.
The Traxxas green is probably one of the nicest colours they do. You struggle to get the body shell off that one.
Yeah.
You'll really struggle to get the body shell off that one.
Once you've done it once, Gareth, they are so easy.
Yeah, they are. But you've just got to know roughly where the you just got to know roughly where the tips are, and then once you can remember.
The only thing with these, when you're on the mud, you get the little bits pop in here and stick. It can make it a little bit nippy on the front to get the body off. But there's only, once you've done this, the blocks in the front, it will stop. The mud don't seem to pick up as much in there.
So, do you know Martin talks about DR8? Shh, quiet. Robbie's no Max Slash man. But no, I've actually seen one of these, and I was surprised, really surprised how well. Like, there's a lot of people on social media that say these things don't handle. Believe it or not, I'm surprised they do.
What they've done is effectively for all of these cars is they've taken what is a brilliant chassis here.
Yeah.
Made it smaller for this one.
Yeah.
So we've got to take the body shell off that. It is literally just a smaller version of that.
Yeah.
Your Max Slash is effectively exactly the same chassis as that, just with some slightly different lower profile.
I've already got the Max.
Okay, yeah. So
He's Traxxas, man, this one.
yeah, so they're pretty much all the same chassis, just shrunk down and changed slightly. So this one has got a lower centre of gravity, so it's got the LCG chassis on it.
The only one with this one, I found, and I'll tell you, it really spun me. Diff works easy. The front weren't too bad.
Yeah.
The back, that's something else to get their gears out, I'll tell you. There must be 40 screws.
Let's get you through the...
He's got a shed, he'll be fine. I was essentially looking at one of these, and many, because I really like my 4S cars. Only because I feel that they're like if I would class them as the first step towards something serious, but on the other hand, still being light enough that you can.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's pros and cons with both of them. So your X-Max, brilliant. You've got to put this in the boot of your car. Okay. So you've got to have a car big enough to fit that in.
Yeah, true.
And then you've also got to park your car somewhere. You can't just tuck this under your arm and walk 10 minutes to go and use it. Whereas this one, I can hold it with one hand, carry it somewhere to use it. So brilliant, both brilliant cars. There's a use for both of them.
Yeah.
And, if you've got quarries and stuff like that, that's brilliant. But that'll work equally as good.
And it's great. What I like about it is the fact that, as you mentioned, though, Traxxas, what essentially have done is scaled it down one by one, but keeping the same design features.
Yeah, so they found a design that works, and then they just scaled it down. And if you look at the Minimax, which has come in and sold out, again, very, very similar design chassis.
Yeah. So guys, again, remember, if you are looking at any of these cars as well, all the parts are available on the website. If you, for instance, need any of the upgrades, again, they're all featured on the website as well, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah. So they're all on the website. So the website's fairly easy. So you pick your car. So pick your car from the spares list, and then down the left-hand side you've got optional parts that you can highlight. So that will give you all the optional parts for that car. Traxxas are very clever in their part numbering as well. So anything with an X or an R at the end of it is classed as an optional part from Traxxas. And the standard part will just have like a 4-digit code normally, or I think we've got 5-digit codes now because there's so many of them. But anything with an X and R after it will be classed as their upgrade part.
Yeah, lovely. Do you want to have a look around the warehouse now? Yeah. Okay, so Simon is now showing us around the dispatch area, is it?
Yeah, so this is the dispatch area. Obviously, it's only a Saturday, so it's not as busy as it normally would be.
But you have had Black Friday.
Yeah, we do pack a few orders on a Saturday, but our main packing days are Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
So as you can see, we've got packing staff just in packing the orders. They've picked and packed. They're picking some of them, packing some of them. And we use a very not complex, but very computerised order system as well, an order tracking system. So everything's done with the scanner and barcodes. So nothing's done that takes away the human error part of it, possibly. So I'll take you around the warehouse, and then I'll show you what we do, how we pick an order and stuff like that as well.
Lovely.
So warehouse is
so from point of sale, what is from point of sale to actually dispatching?
So point of sale, obviously most anything that goes through here is ordered online.
Yeah.
So when it's ordered online, if everything's in stock, the computer knows it's in stock and it prints out an order number. It knows what shipping you've paid for and everything like that. So it prints out a label. From there, these guys will pick that order.
Yeah.
It goes onto the sides here.
And again, this bounces back to you're dealing with a shop that has processes in place rather than that one man standing in model shop that
Correct.
going.
Yeah. We're very much we're probably the most advanced, technicalised model shop that you would see. Is the honest answer. I don't know of many other model shops that would use scanners and stuff like that and stock track it like we do and things like that.
I had a question for you actually though. On average, I mean, it's a hard question to answer. On average, if you had to say approximately, how many orders a day would you deal with? I know that varies. It
varies massively. So, for instance, a Monday will be busier than a Friday because you've had the weekend, so you've got 3 days of orders to go over with. But I would say this year's been a little bit off as well because obviously everything's a little bit uncertain with the economy and everything.
Sure.
So, but I would say between 200 and 400 orders a day, depending on
there you go.
The day.
It's crazy, isn't it?
So you can have a slow day, you can have a really busy day. Obviously, it's Black Friday this weekend, so I suspect we'll come in Monday and we'll have a really busy day. On a Saturday, on average, on a Saturday morning, we would probably pack 30 to 40 orders because it's just what's coming overnight on a Friday.
Yeah.
There's a lot more than that here now, and they're still spitting out the printer, which means there's still a lot more to go. So we're very limited on a Saturday for collection time, so they turn up at 11 o'clock to collect. So anything that's not packed will go Monday.
I just want to make a point to the guys at home actually. If for some reason when you're placing your order, it's easy enough to go on social media and go, I haven't received my order, then just this video will make you understand how busy these guys are. So give them a little bit of a break, they will get to you.
Yeah, I mean, and the best thing is we're at the tables. Phone us up, email us, and we can tell you exactly what's happening with it. We're here to help as much as possible. And you're right, social media is cutthroat, both ways, good and bad. But the easiest thing to do is pick up the phone and drop us an email and ask us.
And as the old saying goes, is if you're happy, you tend to tell one person. If you're unhappy, you tend to tell the world. So just give it, and it is you've placed your order. Sit back, wait, enjoy.
It doesn't take long anyway.
No, it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long.
How long is it normally between placing your order and a gentleman packing it and sending it on its way?
Depends whether the items are in stock or not. So if the items are in stock, literally, and the shipping method that you've chosen. So if your items are in stock and you've chose DPD, the computer knows you've chosen DPD and it will print your order before a raw mail order. So we get all the DPDs done first because they're the
pick-up times.
Pick-up times, yeah. So if it's ordered before sort of 3 p.m. that day, it will normally go out the door that day.
Lovely.
That's
really good, yeah.
Many orders you going through
and then if you order raw mail, it will still go out the door that day. The pickup's a bit later for raw mail, and then obviously a couple of days for yourself. If you order a shadow stock item, we list shadow stock items on the website. It does tell you a time frame of when that will ship, because obviously that just means that it's not in this warehouse. We have to get it from another one, and get it here before we can ship it out. And then of course, you can still order out of stock items on the website. If it's out of stock, that means it's not here and it's not in the other warehouse, so there is a wait time on that.
Yeah.
But again, phone us and we'll tell you what that time is, or
Brilliant.
we'll try and find out what that time is.
Brilliant.
But I'll show you the warehouse now, and then we'll show you what we do when the orders come through and stuff.
Lovely.
Like that.
Thank you very much.
So the warehouse is this way. It's very much set out a bit like Amazon. So you'll notice as we walk round, there's labels on all the shelves. So if you have a look here, so you've got
your barcodes.
So we've got a barcode for this is the shelf above. The computer knows all the products that are on that shelf are assigned to this barcode. This is the barcode below, so the computer knows what's on that shelf.
And essentially, it's all about efficiency. You know exactly what shelf to go do. Job done.
Correct, yeah. And it's the same all the way down. So obviously you've got bigger items here, just so we don't have to carry them as far.
Yeah.
And then as you walk down, we do have lots of smaller locations. So again, the computer knows what's in individual
I can't believe the amount of stock you got is unbelievable.
There's a lot of stock in here, yes. We still can't stock everything that people want. You know, there's still a limit, but there is a lot of stock in here.
Yeah.
And you know, so again, you are
even down to your connectors, guys, and everything else. I mean, we're talking racks and racks of things. I mean, there's. You don't like sort of when you walk into a model shop, you see like a big pile of things hung up, and then you realise walking in somewhere like this is actually. This is a fair amount of stock.
There's definitely a fair amount of stock. You'll see in a little bit because we'll grab your orders. There's a fair amount of each item as well, so it's not just like we've got one item of each item. You know, for instance, if you look down the end there, you'll see a stack of RC 10Ts.
Yeah.
If you look down the end here, this is another location, and you'll see that there's about 4 or 5 X-Maxes in that location.
Yeah.
And then there'll be different coloured X-Maxes in another location.
Yeah.
So you know we've got a lot of stock in the building, and it goes all the way down to the back. So, you know, you've got the amount of stock that's in the building is crazy.
It's crazy. And then obviously down that end, some more Traxxas.
Yeah.
I absolutely adore that rally car.
Yeah, so that's out on display in the shop.
Yeah.
So anything that's on display in the shop is taken from our stock.
Yeah.
Put on display.
Yeah.
And then obviously comes off display. It's never used or anything like that. It
No.
goes on display, and we rotate the display regularly.
From your point of view, is I was mentioning to David the open days that you do. You find them successful?
Yeah, the open days are really successful. You know, it's all about getting our name out there.
Yeah.
It's not so much about money taken or sales or anything like that.
It's about
just
talking to the public as well.
The general idea is it gives somewhere for people to come. What we found is it gives somewhere for people to come and talk about their hobby with other people who are also into the hobby that they will never meet normally. So you know, there's different people. So like yourself, for instance, will go out bashing with all your mates and everything. But there'll be someone else who's one person who's never met anyone else and goes out on his own. He'll come to an open day and he'll be able to stand out on the car park and chat with 50 other people that are into exactly the same thing.
It happens with us quite often though, doesn't it? Because we hold events down our way.
Yeah.
Well, Robbie definitely, because you won in Tenby. And then we put on bashes, but you always get that one.
Get a stranger turn up and
Yeah.
So there's always someone.
And it's about dragging people back into the hobby, isn't it?
Yeah, so the open days, for instance, we will have people travel from London, Wales, and they will come up in the morning and they will stay all day.
Yeah.
And we have obviously things outside to do. So we've got we normally have a car driving around the car park.
I did notice the rally car.
Set the fastest lap time, or a bit of drifting, or a little bit of rock crawling. So there's always something to do outside. We have a food van, so that's here all day as well. And we normally put on display of a couple of real cars as well, just for people to look at. That so as it passes the time of the day, and what we normally find is people that are into RC are heavily into cars anyway, and real cars.
Oh yes, petrol head.
So it's always good to sort of have a look and have a look.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. So guys, again, just to kind of give you the size of the place, it's just huge. A lot of stock. These guys definitely know what they're talking about, and it's a good range of between what we're talking: crawlers, bashers, planes, boats, you name it. Parts availability. Just tons and tons of stock, and big shout out to these guys. just for having this sort of facility available for people to purchase online is amazing. Right, I'm going to cut the camera 2 seconds. Simon, thank you for obviously as well.
Not a problem at all. What I'll do in a minute is we'll show you what happens when an order comes in and how we pick it and what happens.
That would be great. That would be great. Thank you. Right, guys. So we've come outside. Obviously, Wheelspin. Obviously, today has been an awesome look around the building. I really like the fact that obviously they're all personal. They're all happy to talk to you. It's very that kind of little model shop on a large scale. It's the background of each and every person that's working for them, and obviously what they've done is grown through time to keep it up with demands and modified the way they work. Just awesome. The walk through the warehouse really kind of got me, where you can kind of see the amount of organisation that those boys have to make sure you get the products correctly. What do you think, boys?
Awesome.
Absolutely awesome shopping. They are so friendly up here and so helpful up here.
Yeah.
And the knowledge between them all is
huge
amazing.
knowledge base.
I mean, you've got the plane guys, the bike guys, the RC car guys, carpet racing, drones, and the airbrush painting,
Everything. Everything for everyone.
Yeah, really, really good. We're cold out here. We're going to finish off doing what we're doing, and then we'll go back inside. I'll do another quick tour around the cars, and then I'll reveal to you guys exactly what we're picking up. We had you a little bit of a taste earlier. We got told what was being picked up, but there you go. You probably know by now anyway. It was the worst kept secret in RC history. I'm so glad to come along, obviously, with Rob, Gareth and Martin to this, and thank you to Wheelspin. Come on, let's go. Does this mean I get to come into the toilet with you, Gav? No?
Yeah, if you look at the sign, it's couples only. You can't go on your own.
Hands with a woman, apparently, according to the sign.
Yeah, look at the sign, it's got to be couples only.
I love your artwork though, mate, honestly.
Oh, thank you very much.
In that case, you can...
How long is it taking you to paint everything? Sorry guys, what's your name?
Steve.
Steve.
That up there, I think we did over about 3 weeks.
It's awesome.
But I was painting the walls as well in between.
Yeah.
Did you see Andy, the portrait?
Yeah,
Andy?
wicked, isn't it? Really good.
Enjoyed that.
Yeah. So
I've got everyone else round on the minions, and Andy wasn't on there, so I was like, oh.
I absolutely love graffiti. Honestly, there's a couple of guys out up our way that do it well. Ron won.
Yes,
So Ron's from up our way. But I tried it when I was younger. I was no good at it. I was better at being caught doing it than I was actually doing it.
Oh, you should have been the getaway man. But I mean, we've always painted because before that the wall was done, wasn't it? Above, so we had to go over one that was 14 years old, didn't we? That I did 14 years ago, So it was nice being able to do something of a higher quality for that, though.
Yeah, awesome.
Spend a bit more time. So rather than doing everything flat, that's going to be a red mushroom. It's got to have a bit of tones and a bit of highlights. It looks like more cartoony or more.
Well, and the thing is though, the whole shop is brightened up by all the artwork as well.
It definitely works.
Because you walk in, it's like
I was like, that's why I want grayscale up there. That's why I tried to keep grayscale.
Yeah, so for the racers.
Yeah.
You put in the shop straight away.
No masking.
All your senses straight away as you walk into that shop. It's like wow.
Yeah. A lot of people mention it, which is nice.
It's really good.
Have you seen the little thing that Ben's put on the wall there?
Yes.
All the artwork.
Yeah.
Grasped me up and give him my graffiti name, didn't he?
Hey, take it easy. Nice to meet you as well.
I'm glad you like it, mate.
Honestly.
I hope everyone else has got the same reaction. I'm sure they have, Lord.
You
never know.
I said as I walked in, the first thing I noticed it was kind of like sensory overload. You got the lights, you got the.
Ben's office.
No.
Ben's office has got his wife portrait of her lying down sideways across the whole of the wall.
Really?
Yeah.
I
did the other one. I did the other portrait on the door, and then he saw it and he was like, "Can you do my missus on the wall?" I think his missus must have seen it and gone, "That's not me, is it? No. Are you going to do me?"
Right. Nice to meet you.
Yes, I'm you, mate.
Back to Simon.
Right. So obviously these are your orders that we're just going to pick now.
Yep.
But just to show you what happens, so obviously they come out the printer.
Yep.
And they've got a barcode on the bottom of them. Because you're collecting these ones, we don't have an address, so it has faulted out. So I'm just folding it over anyway.
Brilliant.
And we've got the scanner that we use, so we go on to picking.
Yep.
And then we scan the order ID. It comes up as a message to see me because obviously this is your particular order.
Yep.
And then the scanner starts telling us where we need to go.
Right, okay, let me grab my... There you go, let's go.
So it is literally now, you just go wherever the scanner tells you. So we DBO1. So DBO1 is here.
Yeah.
The scanner tells you what you're looking for. 2 of those part numbers, which I know they're here.
That's the stands,
That's your X-Max stands, yeah.
Lovely. Do you want me to hold one for you?
That's okay. The scanner won't let me move on now until we physically
scan the
barcode of one of those.
Right, okay.
But because it's asking for 2, it'll ask you to scan the barcode of 2 of them.
Right, okay. So obviously your stock gets adjusted straight away.
Yep, so our stock gets adjusted straight away, and obviously what that does is make sure that the customer's got the right item. Because if I show you on the next one, if I scan the wrong item, it won't move on. It will tell me it's a faulted out, and it won't scan the right item. So now we're going to go and get your X-Max itself.
Dun, 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 dun. I've waited 2.5 years for this car.
We have got quite a bit of stock in here, so sometimes you will just get to one where you've got to move a few things to get to the one you want. Again, knowledge and experience tells me that that's the X-Max. Now, barcode.
It does say Traxxas, it does say very heavy.
Yeah, and if I scan the barcode, tells me it's the right one, so that's your X-Max.
Lovely, thank you. Now we're looking for an XRT.
We are looking for an XRT. I'm just putting the stock back so as I know it's in that same location. And then we'll push this just down. Normally you'd go around and get the rest of the items, but as I know they're all divided. We'll just make a little pile. So the next one is your XRT. So again, go to the next one. So again, experience tells me that that's your XRT. But I'll just show you. So if I got to this location and I didn't pick your XRT and I picked another item.
Okay. It won't. Okay.
It comes up incorrect item.
Okay.
Won't let me scan
that. Okay.
So when I scan the correct item, it beeps.
That's the right one.
And it tells me that that's the right one. So we cannot physically pick the wrong item effectively.
Hey, I've just had a thought. This could be like a. You've seen Power Wash Simulator on the PlayStation? It could be RC car picker.
So literally the computer will not let us technically pick the wrong item. So again, it's all alphabetical ordered and number ordered. So again, next location. It tells me the part number, it gives me a picture of what I'm looking for, so I know to pick that out of the box.
Yep.
Literally scan the barcode on that, move on to the next one.
Lovely.
The next one is PD33, so again, you go to PD33, which is here. And again, gives me the part number and the picture. So I lift it out of the box. Now the honest answer is, I don't even need to check the part number on that.
Yeah.
Because the computer knows the barcode for that part number.
Yeah.
So if I scan that, it beeps and tells me it's the right part number.
That's cool. Which eliminates straight away time.
Yeah, time, me reading the part number wrong or anything like that, it's all done on barcode. So it will literally, again, so if I know I've got the right item in my hand, but if I try scanning the wrong item from in here, it tells me it's the wrong item.
Excuse me, sorry.
And then it works as well, so it works, as you've seen, from one end of the warehouse to the other. So it won't just keep bouncing you backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
The computer knows that that's the next item further. Yeah, so the computer knows the order to pick the items because it goes from closest to the door to furthest away from the door. And it does that for a couple of reasons. One is the heaviest stuff is always down that end.
Yeah, got you.
Pick the heavy stuff first, so you're not carrying it from this end to that end.
Yeah.
And the second one was effectively during COVID, when we had the one-way system in here. You would walk around and you'd do circles, so you'd come down this way and around that way.
Right.
But you know, it worked in. Now, because you've got lots of parts, there is a couple of other orders, so we'll start again from this end.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want a hand? Nope.
Okay. All right. So there we go.
Lovely.
So that's your other car.
Right.
So, and all we do with this is effectively
slide on the floor.
We try not to do too much manual handling. So it's in and out of box, so it's not going to damage the inner box or anything like that. So we can just push it across the floor.
It was always just out of the warranty. We know how much you have, we'll pay.
So guys, obviously what Simon is doing is picking my order out and Robbie's order and all the other bits and bobs, keeping him busy. I gotta say, how many steps a day are we talking?
It varies. I mean, bear in mind I work on sales, so I don't do a lot of the picking.
Yeah.
Again, if you did do all the picking here, you're probably doing between 10 and 15 mile a day, just round in circles.
Wow.
So we do definitely keep fit.
Same with blue tack, it still gives slightly. Yeah.
So this is the last one, and we'll go and grab this one.
Lovely. So as you can see, these guys are working hard as well though, to be fair. But clearly you can see they enjoy their job as well, everyone who's here. Oops, sorry.
We just always going this way. So it's basically all done via computer, and it makes it sort of foolproof for human error. You will get the odd one, but technically we are normally very good at getting the right items.
Like, it's quite hard, yeah, as you say though, it is quite hard to actually get it wrong. Whereas some companies, again, not going to mention any names, but some companies I've had it in the past where you're lucky maybe to have 50% of the items right.
I mean, we try our very hardest to make sure that obviously the customer's getting what they paid for.
Yeah.
And to not disappoint them, because there's nothing worse than having your order arrive and then going, oh, hang on, it's got the wrong item, or you know, an item's not there, and then you can't finish putting your car back together.
Yeah.
So it is literally the way the system's designed.
I'll do this one.
The way the system's designed is literally just set for picking everything ready to go.
Oh. I hope you got space in the car.
How much now do you want? So there's just one item left to get on that, so I'll
no worries.
That and I'll be back in a second.
No worries.
I just said to Rob, no, but if need be, maybe we can put one of your cars in my car.
No chance. No, I know.
Room, and at least Rob ain't going to take it all the way up there.
By the back seats.
I've just picked your order, so I hope it's right. No. Guys, welcome back. Wow, amazing day we've had. I want to say a massive thank you to David, Simon, Ben the owner, all the staff in Wheelspin, absolutely truly amazing. The boys have thoroughly enjoyed themselves.
So helpful in there.
Rob, I'm glad we've done it finally.
Oh, I'm happy.
Yeah, we've done the trip. Your man's going to be proud, mate. Guys, obviously you're going to see a lot more on the channel. I will do a reveal on what's on there. Gareth, do you want to explain to them? Because obviously you won't be doing an unboxing on...
Oh, but I've got a Max Slash in green in the boot.
Yeah.
With lots of accessories to go on it. So
I've got a Hyper VS Pro.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
With metal rear hubs.
Yeah. Well happy with it, and obviously with all the staff sorted us out, they were so friendly. It's like a little family-run shop, but in big proportions. Yeah,
and that's what the biggest takeaway here is. The amount of effort they've put in to still keep it personal, but on the other hand also be very professional at the same time. The way the stock and everything is picked, even down to the staff's knowledge, really epic, honestly. But I want to say a massive thank you to all the staff, and obviously you guys watching all the videos. The next part of these videos is going to be the unboxings. We've got an awful lot to get through. I didn't expect today to be the way it was, but I want to say a massive thank you to Robbie, obviously, and Martin, and also Gareth for today. And Rob, obviously, thank you for everything you've done towards the channel as well. So, guys, if you like the videos, make sure you check the box for more videos. Till next time, stay awesome. Catch you later.